Hi dear students, welcome to online class. Today is Deepavali. So I wish you heartily all the best for you. So whatever the goals you have for your life, let all those be fulfilled. See, I have lit the lamp. Yes, like that, you also light the lamp on this special occasion. And also, our divine light the light in your heart. Okay? Yes. So without making delay, it's already late, and let's get into our first language, English. Students, I will ask you one question. Have you ever seen or heard about any plants or tree which bear poison fruit or poison seeds? Have you ever seen? Can you say anyone? Okay, myself will say it's so much attractive, but see, rosary pea. In Kannada, we will say bulganji. Look at this. It's so much bright and very much attractive. But how much it is beautiful and attractive, that much danger also it is. Okay. Yes. If any children try to eat this one, then it will seriously cause damage for our system, our health. If our immune system is very weak, it can cause even death also. So be aware. The outer beauty is not the inner quality. Yes. And next, yeah, this one, daffodils. Our great poet William Wordsworth has written a nice poem about this. Daffodils, a host of golden daffodils. These are also so much a golden color and so much beautiful. But if any animal or if any human being eats this one, their system will be damaged, or even they can die also. So yes, like the students, we can see in the world many things which are so much attractive and beautiful, but if we try to eat that one, we will be finished. So these are the physical thing examples. And do you know there are the non-physical things which are human emotions? They also can cause serious damage to the human life, or even they can cause the death for human life. Do you know the negative emotions of human life? First one will be anger. See, the anger is also called as wrath. Anger is such a thing against whom we will use that weapon anger. First it will destroy them, afterwards it will also destroy us. Yes, so one poem is there named by a poison tree, which has the main theme of anger and the negative impact of the anger, how it will cause destruction of the other person. At the same time, it will also destroy the person who will use that. Let's see that. A poison tree. Yeah. See, this actually a poison tree. It is not actually the physical one which we can see in the outer world. It is the poison tree within our heart. Okay? The anger, it will originate in our heart, in our mind. Like that, in a metaphorical way, in a comparison way, the poet William Blake has used this. Okay, let's see first about the poet William Blake. See, about this William Blake, one special thing, there are some people in the world who are not recognized during their lifetime. When they are alive, nobody will recognize their ability, their talent. But when they will die, afterwards people will prize them, afterwards people will recognize them. After their death, some people will become greater and famous. And this William Blake is also such kind of person. When he was alive, very less number of people recognized him. But after his death, his poetry became famous and he also became a greater one. And some people were calling him as a mad person. Why? Because the way of his behavior, the way of his writing was like that. And even Wordsworth has given one great commentary about him, William Wordsworth. He has said that This poor man is really mad, but there is something special in his madness also. Yeah, this is the great comment I have heard about William Blake. Okay, let's keep all those commentary apart. Let's see now whatever is given in your textbook. So first, William Blake. Yeah, underline this one. William Blake. William Blake, 1757 to 1827. His lifetime is given like that. He was born in 1757 and he was died in 1827. Belonged to the pre-romantic period in English literature. Yeah, underline this one. The pre-romantic period in English literature. See, English literature has been divided into many different ages. Those are all not necessary. Just for example, Chaucerian age, Elizabethan age, and Romantic age. Like this, many ages are there. Our William Blake, he belongs to not Romantic period, slightly earlier than the Romantic period. Therefore, they have given like this, pre-Romantic period. Okay. This Romantic period poets are Wordsworth, Keats, Coleridge. All those writers are belonging to Romantic period. William Blake comes slightly earlier than them. Yes. Although he did not have formal schooling, he became a mystic poet. I underline this one, mystic poet. By his ability to see the world of God behind the physical world. Okay. Physical world means whatever we can see around. Those are all physical world. And the things, the existence which we cannot see, which we can just only perceive, which we can only sense, those are all called. And this William Blake, he always perceived so many things which we cannot usually see in the physical world. Therefore, he is called as a mystic poet. Yeah. Yes. These are all the brief information about poet William Blake. Now let's get into the poem. Here, first I will recite the poem. You listen it carefully. The pronunciation, intonation, and the pitch, and mainly the rhyming words, the rhyming arrangement. All those you listen it carefully. Afterwards, I will go further line by line and stanza explanation. I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not, my wrath did grow. And I watered it in fears, night and morning with my tears. And I sunned it with smiles, and with soft deceitful wiles. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright. And my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. And into my garden stole, when the night had veiled the pole. In the morning glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. Yes, 4 stanzas are there, and this poem is for memorization. That means you have to completely memorize this poem, all the 4 stanzas. We don't know which stanza they will give in exam, so memorize all the poem and write and practice every single spelling also. So okay, now let's get into the explanation part. In the first stanza, they have explained about the nature of anger. What is the characteristic of anger? Okay, yes, here, I was angry with my friend. I told my wrath did end. I already told you, angry, synonym word, that is wrath. Okay, yes. Just take example in your classroom. You have one best friend in your class. Some communication gap will take place, some misunderstanding will take place. At the time, you will say to your friend that, hey, whatever you said and whatever you did, I didn't like it, yeah. It really hurt me. So, please don't do once again like this. If you speak up like this in an open manner, that communication gap or whatever the misunderstanding has taken place, that will be sorted out. But if you hide that one, if you keep within your mind, then it will start growing. Yes, you see here, I was angry with my foe. I told it not, my wrath did grow. Whenever we get angry, if we don't express that, the cause for that anger, the reason for that anger, if we don't express that one, then it will start growing. Okay, yes, I already told you. If communication gaps happen between your friend, then you will openly speak and get it sorted out. But if there is any anger against your enemy, then you will try to find out reason, every single silly reason to pull his or her leg, and you will always say the complaints against that student to the teacher. Every single silly mistakes, no, you will take that one to the teacher. So in the first stanza, they have given the characteristic and the nature of anger and the differences when anger is expressed, how it will end, and when anger is not expressed, how it will grow. That is explained in the first stanza. Okay, next. And I watered it in fears, night and morning with my tears. So in the second stanza, they have explained what is the process of the development of anger. What is the process of the growth of the anger? How that process will be? Will it be joyful and a happy experience? No, it will not be that. It will become stressful for ourselves. See, they have clearly given, and I watered it in fears. So whenever there is negative emotion, we can't sleep at night a peaceful way. You just imagine, you are going in the road. There is some person facing some difficulty. You will help him. So imagine yourself, you are going in a road and some person is standing there. He needs that help. After helping him, your chest will swell and you will walk in a swagger like a king. Because the nature of our mind is like this. When we help for somebody, at the time our mind will blossom, our heart will blossom, and unknown way of happiness or joyness we will feel in our heart. But if we think to create some problem to somebody, our heart will start shaking, it will start shivering. So that is the nature of our mind. When there is intention of causing damage to somebody's life, something within our own life, it will start shaking. Therefore he is saying that I watered it in fears. So the anger which was in his heart, no, so he has compared that one for the tree. Now it is still a sapling, a small plant. So he is watering. See, the first picture that's related to first stanza, when we are angry, no, such an irritation that look at his face, how it will be. And in the second stanza, see, watered it in fears. This plant is there, no? This is the metaphorical comparison of the anger. Yes. Next, night and morning with my tears. Okay, night and morning with teardrops is watering. What is this water? This water is actually the teardrop of that person. That means night and morning is not happy. So when you have some anger about anybody, no, so more than thinking about your own goal and your own life, always that enemy will come to your mind. He will stand there in your mind. Okay. Therefore, whatever the negative emotions are there, we have to keep them aside, because we can't concentrate upon our own goal and our own life. Yeah, that's fine. Next, and I sunned it with smiles. Yeah. He sunned it with smiles. Whatever the sunlight he gave, no, that's with the smiles. So just think, you have enemy. That enemy is so powerful than you. You cannot beat him down. At the time, how do you react? You will show us. You will become a tricky person. You will simply smile at him, and you will try to wave some webs of trap for him. But in outward way, you will simply smile at him. Yes, like that. So he sent it with smiles. He's showing with the smile, but hidden intention is poisonous one. And with soft, deceitful wiles. Deceitful means wiles means tricks, and deceit means cheating. So such kind of cheatings and tricks were within his mind, but outwardly was showing with simply smiles and all. Yes, okay. So students, in the second stanza, they have said about the process of how that anger will grow. It's not actually a joyful process, it's actually a stressful and painful process. So that one they have given in the words like fears and tears. Okay. And let's go for the third stanza. And it grew both day and night till it bore an apple bright. Yes, look at here. An apple bright. So that small plant, it grew a bigger and bigger. So after it bore an apple. Bore means a fruit came out, no? That one. So that small anger has grown up like a bigger one, like a big tree, a huge tree. Yes. And my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. Okay, here foe means enemy. And here, see, this apple is the symbol. It's a symbol for the cunning scheme a person use against another. Apple here is with a bright fruit, no? Outward, it's a bright color, but inward, that is a cunning plans, cunning schemes. He has keeping the trap to catch that his enemy. Okay, like this. So anyway, he has a waved web of trap to kill his enemy, to end the life of enemy. So what is that? That is this poison apple. What kind of fruit this poison tree can bear? A poison tree can bear only the poison apple. A negative emotion can only cause the negative actions. Yes, that's what. See here, and my foe beheld it shine. Foe means here the speaker's enemy. He saw, beheld means he saw this apple, and he was attracted by it. Oh, something bright apple is there, I want to eat, like that. His enemy thought, and he knew that it was mine. And his enemy knew that this apple belongs to the speaker. So in the third stanza, they are telling about the action. See, first stanza, they have said about the nature of the anger. Second stanza, after the anger is created, how will be the process? How will be its growth? In the third stanza, when that emotion is growing bigger and bigger, then it will start for the action. Okay, yes. Next step, third step will be the action. First thought, emotions, next action, like this. So the action, what happened? It bare the poison fruit. Poison plant came out. That one. So let's see the fourth stanza. In this, the effect they will say. What is the final result came out? Let's see. And into my garden store, when the night had veiled the pole. Okay. Students, here the pole, underline. Why the poet has used the word pole? Pole means actually the pole star. In the glossary they have given, see, pole star. Pole star means, in Kannada we will say Dhruva Nakshatra. Okay. So compared to any other stars, that pole star is a special one. Why? What is the speciality of the pole star comparing to any other stars? You don't know? Okay. See, the moon maybe, the stars. At night time, all will seem to us like they are moving from east to western side. But the speciality of the pole star is that will not move. Why? See, this is Earth, no? Yes. This pole star is actually located here. It's slightly bigger, and its position is like this. The tilt of the Earth, just imagine, this is my mobile, just imagine this one. This is Earth, and it's rotating like this. The stars which are here, they seem to us like they are moving. Okay, when Earth is moving, no, they seem to us like moving. But here the pole star is there, no? It will be there only. Therefore, like this, see, this is the pole star. This is in a brief explanation. So, what is the connection to our poem, sir? Yes, during the ancient time, when there was no compass and all the things, at the time they were using the pole star. During their voyages, the navigators, in the middle of the sea, they could not see, they could not understand the direction to which way they have to go. So, for the people who had lost the way, for them, the path was showing by this pole star. They were looking at the pole star and they were coming to know the direction and they were moving. So, in a simple word, ದಾರಿಯನ್ನ ಕಳ್ಕೊಂಡವ್ರಿಗೆ ದಾರಿಯನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸುವಂಥದ್ದು ಈ ಧ್ರುವ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. The pole star was such a one. The people who had lost the path, the people who had lost the way, for them it was guiding the way, guiding the path. But here, for this person, for his Pono, he don't know now. Even that pole star is also not guiding him. It's not giving any signal that this fruit is actually a poison fruit. Okay, like this kind of connection. So that pole star, that is also veiled. Veiled means covered. That is not seeming to him because the cloudiness is there. The dark night is covered. Okay, that is the indirect imagery. So okay, I hope a little bit connection you got. So about this one, I will stop here only, because if still more deeper explanation means it will become a geography class. Okay, let's leave. So I hope you have understood why the poet has taken the imagery of the pole star in this poem. So okay, and students, in this poem, William Blake, he has also used one more imagery, one more symbolic one. That apple is there, no? Apple. It is a symbol for another. In your glossary they have given Adam and Eve, like that. So who are those Adam and Eve? Yeah. We don't know exactly. The poet is referring for this incident only or not. We don't know exactly. But simply some people will guess that one. Anyway, let me tell about who are those Adam and Eve. Why it is slightly connected to that one. See, according to Western philosophy and Western culture, the first man was Adam and the first woman was Eve. Okay, this lady, Adam and Eve. So once after God created them, he sent them to the Garden of Eden. Okay, it is a garden, like a park, no? It's a Garden of Eden. So here, lot of fruits were there, so many flowers were there. So everything was there, whatever needed for the survival of these two. God created these two, and the God sent them to this Garden of Eden, gave one warning. So you can do anything in this garden, whatever also you want to eat, you can eat, but except this fruit, this apple fruit. Okay, remember, God gave one warning that you can eat anything except this apple fruit. Like that kind of warning he gave. So for so many days they were enjoying and eating everything except this one. But here, look at here. Here is one snake. This snake is actually a Satan. Satan is against the God. So in our Hindu mythology, we will say, no, Devatas and Rakshas. So God and Satan, both are against. So these are the children of God now. Adam and Eve, these are the children of God. So this Satan, he wanted to pollute the children of God. So what he did, he came in the form of a serpent, in the form of a snake. He tempted, he tried to persuade the mind of Eve. That snake told to Eve that, hey, God has simply told you not to eat this fruit. If you eat this apple fruit, no, you will become so much knowledge oriented. Okay, you will become so many that and this, so many temptations this Satan gave. So this Eve was the first one yielded to the temptation. So she got so much desire to eat. First she told that one to Adam. let's eat this apple. So she told him to eat, and he started to eat, and later she also ate. After that, after eating that apple, they got so much of knowledge. Okay, knowledge that why are we like this, why is like this, why is like that, like that kind of thinking oriented mind came to them. So once after thoughts come to our mind, just you look at a baby, small baby, which doesn't have much thoughts, but simply it will be joyful by its own nature. Whatever it wants, it will do. It will be happy by itself. But here, Adam and Eve, they got knowledge. They started to think that these so many things. So their mind was polluted. So totally, they lost whatever their quality. So like that, here, after eating this poisonous apple, what happened to that foe? It actually destroyed that foe. That's actually given in the last two lines. So I hope that in your glossary why they have given Adam and Eve and the apple. So after eating this apple, Adam and Eve, they caused the destruction of their own life. So in the same way, after eating this poison apple, his foe, he caused the destruction for his life. So like that. In the morning, glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. At the night time, his foe entered to the garden. He plucked that apple. He ate. So after eating that, he stretched beneath the trees. Outstretched means keeping both hands and legs apart. Dying, indirect meaning he was died. And morning, that speaker, he came there and he saw that in a glad manner, glad, see, happy, full happily, he saw that his foe was dead. He was outstretched. Yes, this is what they have given. In the beginning, I said, against whom we will use that anger, no? First, it will destroy them. It will cause some damage to their life. At the same time, it will also destroy our own life. Why? Because this person, this enemy, no, he faced the physical death, the bodily death, no, that one he faced. But this speaker, he saw the spiritual death, the moral death, because he doesn't have even a slight sensible feeling for other person. He caused such a destruction. Okay. Yes, students, and see this I, the poet has used it throughout the poem. I. This is a first person narrative. First person narrative means I. When I say I, that is a first person narrative. If the poet refer he, she, like that, there is a third person narrative, like that. Anyway, students, that's all for today. Once again, read the poem, memorize this one, and try to be keeping away that poison. How much you will keep that poison within yourself, that will cause immense damage for your life also, and it will not allow you to look at your own goal. So that's why we say that be as much as possible away from the negative emotions. So therefore, students, we will say that as much as possible be away from the negative feelings and emotions. They will cause immense damage for your life and health, and they will not allow you to look at your own goal. So always they will bring the imagery of your enemies in front of your eyes. Whether you're sleeping, eating, whatever else you may be doing, they will only simply come to your mind. So students, final message what I want to give is, whenever there is communication gap, misunderstanding, you tell openly about that and get it sorted out and solve it. If it is difficult for you to openly tell, adjust that. Okay, so two options: accept or forget. Simply keeping inside our mind, it will not going to work. So accept or forget. That's only the two choices in our life. Take care. Bye bye.